Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to Search Stories. In our last episode, we talked about the basics of SEO. Today, we're doing something bigger. How do established professional businesses use SEO in order to grow and scale? Joining us today is Abdullah Shah. He's from the business world, someone who has experience building and managing in competitive digital style. He's worked with structured business models, handled growth strategies, and understand how SEO plays a role beyond visibility. Welcome to the podcast. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Acha, so let's start simple. What exactly is SEO?
SEO basically stands for search engine optimization. It's basically a process that improves your website's visibility. What it does is, the better your SEO, the higher you are on search engines. Look, if you're not renowned or you're not famous, you won't basically pop up on someone's search on the first page. If you've got a very good SEO, then you do pop up.
Okay, if we look at that from a different perspective, how important is SEO for an established business and how does it contribute to its long term growth?
Look, I believe that SEO is very important for your marketing. Look, there are certain different ways for you to market your business too, but SEO is very important too. So look, w- in the in these times, not a lot of people go out to shops and search for what they need. What they do is they just pop up single search on your search engine, and then they check out what they want and what they need.
So it's not just a marketing tactic, but it's actually growth strategy. Okay. So a lot of businesses invest heavily in paid ads, and how would you say that SEO compares to it, especially if you look at it in a long term perspective?
Look, I think ads are the best way to go if you want to market something, but the thing is, when you want to shoot an ad, you've got to hire videographers, video editors. You need a studio. You need someone directing the shoot. You need a lot of different things. So yeah, when you are shooting an ad, it is kind of expensive. It does it well significantly increase your cost, and it's not very. Let's just say not long term. Because well, you shoot an ad, you can run it for like 10 more years. What an SEO does is you do something once, and then there's not really no more need to build it again. What you can do is you can just improve it, improve the bugs and all.
Okay. So when it comes to professional businesses, how does SEO strategies help them to focus or to stay competitive in the searching perspective?
Well, there are a ton of different strategies. I can maybe only name some that pops up in my mind. Well, basically, what you need to do is that you need to build a website. You need to build a software that is very user friendly, very easy to navigate, which is updated to the right software that's going on. Like, let's just say, I'm just giving you an example. The game Cyberpunk 2077, when it got released, it faced a lot of backlash because it had a lot of bugs. What they did was they fixed all of its bugs, and now it's one of the best games in the world.
Established business must face challenges. So how would you explain that small businesses or startups could face issues while working with SEO?
Well, look, basically, I think if you're a startup, then it's very, very important for you to have an SEO.
The world is digitalizing as well, so it's a basic skill that everyone needs to know.
Exactly. Let's just put it into perspective. Hypothetical situation: you own a burger shop. You make the best beef burgers in town, but you're a startup. Nobody knows you. How do you pop up? How do people know about you? That's where SEO comes important.
You need it for in order to market yourself.
Exactly. You need to put yourself on the map. Exactly. And the only two ways you can do that is by maintaining a good product and having a good SEO or good marketing.
What are keywords in SEO?
Well, look, keywords in SEO are like very fundamental. They are kind of like the backbone of your SEO. What they do is like whenever you want to search something, obviously there are certain words that you go for. If you want to go for coffee, you go for probably an espresso or a latte. So yeah, when you're building an SEO, you need to look for, let's just say, short tail keywords. They would be broad and high volume keywords. Like if you want to go for shoes, you'd say something like sneakers. You'd add something like that because you want something which is very, very common and which everyone would search for. If you're looking for, like I said, a burger shack, so what would you want a keyword would be? Probably beef, probably an iceberg, something like that.
SEO is really important, and I think universities should also implement them in their courses. So, students by the time they graduate, they actually know the basics of SEO. So, in order if they start their own business, they can implement it. Like as they build it, digitalizing probably by in the next few years, as soon as students start their own businesses, it will probably be digital or something related to AI or something like that. So, in order to market your product, I think SEO, learning the skill of SEO is really important.
Well, yeah, I do totally agree with you. But I don't think it should be something that's general. If you're, let's just say, if you're going for a literature degree,
Yeah, but at least university should offer a course if the student who want to learn SEO, they can.
yeah, if you're going for a marketing degree, SEO should be very, very important because like it's not as important as making ads, but it is has its own place, of course. Because well, you want something which isn't very costly. You want something that is long term. You want something that is fruitful for the future. SEO is your thing.
Has SEO changed digital marketing?
But I would say that it hasn't changed the dimensions of the market, but yeah, it has added something. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's basically introduced something that's new to the market. People didn't know what an SEO was like 15 years ago. People didn't know how to deal with it. People didn't know how to pop up on search engines. But look, when you go for something, let's just say you search for a pizza, you'd always see the famous and renowned brands like Pizza Hut. You can go for Domino's, but like there would be startups too. How do startups pop up? They're not famous. Yeah, they could be good. I'm not saying anything. I'm not paying disrespect to them, but like, yeah, they could be good. But like, why do they pop up? They only pop up because they've got a very good SEO that makes them show higher on rankings.
Okay, if hypothetically, if a student was to take advice from you regarding SEO, he's starting his own, as you said, a burger shop or something like that. So, what advice would you give to him that would help him in the near future
About
about SEO, like how to use it, how to like the basic steps?
well, look, whatever advice, I'm a young guy too. I'm only 23. So yeah, what I would give advice to someone would be that make something innovative, make something unique. People want change, people need change, people look for change. That is what people have always done. And hire someone who's a professional. Yeah, exactly. Invest something, invest your money and do the things rightly.
Thank you very much. That was really valuable advice from your side. It was great sharing this with you. And thank you to our listeners who have been tuning into Search Stories for cracking the SEO code. Keep searching and inshallah meet you next time.